My husband wants a divorce. Wow. I just got a call from a sister, a very wonderful woman. I mean, a woman of God that trusts God and believes in God. She has been standing for her marriage for 4 years. She trusts, she believes. And do you know something? It's not as if that they really have a very big issue in their marriage. Both of them are very reserved. Both of them love each other. But I don't know what is going on. With all the trust and belief this woman have, the next thing, she cried. She called and cried. Sister, sister, my husband said he wants to divorce me. My husband wants a divorce. What? After like 4 or 5 years of separation without anything, like they can see, they can talk, they can do things together. Like, what is going on? Child of God, is a very, very challenging situation. And I know you might be in this kind of situation. You might have been standing for your marriage for so long. And the next thing you just hear is, I want to divorce you. Just like that. In this video, I want to share with you a to-do list that you have to do right now to stop the enemy from perfecting that plan of divorce, to stop where this is coming from, because the Lord is actually working on your marriage. That suddenly your husband just spring up one day and tell you, I want a divorce. It's not like very good something, but if you follow this video to the end, you are going to learn one by one 5 good things you need to start doing right now that will prevent that divorce that the enemy is speaking, that will make your husband to realize that the path he is about to tread on is a path of mistake, child of God. So we are discussing a to-do list that can stop your husband from divorcing you. When we are talking about this divorce, child of God, first of all, I want to clear the air. That your husband says he wants to divorce you has nothing to do with you. Because I know most of you feel that, oh, is there anything I've done wrong? Am I not good enough? Have I not been standing for this marriage? Am I still fighting with him? But we are getting along. We have been able to start communicating, child of God. And you keep worrying over this because your husband just told you, oh, I want to start divorce process. And you feel that it's all about you, that it is your fault. No, child of God. First of all, I want you to separate this news from yourself. It's not about you. It's not about how poor you have invested on your walking with God to restore your marriage. It's not about the things you used to do. But child of God, there are other things that can contribute. One of the things that could be the problem could be even guilt from your husband. I mean, the guilt that your husband is feeling. Maybe he has done things that he is not proud of. Okay? So understand that most of the time, what he is saying has everything to do with his current state of mind. Not because you are not good enough. It could be that he's battling. It could also be that it is a spiritual matter. It could be that he is being controlled somewhere. Child of God, please, all I'm saying is for you to quickly get angry and start asking yourself why should he be the one telling me I want to divorce you, and then because of that you act negative, you start reacting negatively to what he is saying. Sit down and have a very clear thought, like what is going on, what is actually going on in his heart, why is he saying these things that he is saying. Could it be that he has done this or that? Could it be that he feels he's not good enough for me anymore? It could be that it is all about your husband, as I said before. So having said so, number one to-do list you need to start doing right now is for you to do away with the control. Do away with the thought and imagination of thinking that the restoration part is actually in your hands, that you can control the movement, that you can control what your husband think or feel or how he reacts. Do away with the thought of feeling that I think everything was in place. I think that I was on top of the matter. Do away with thinking that the journey is in your hands. Do away with the control of trying to get your husband to do, say, or act in a way you presume should be the right way in walking on the path of restoration. Child of God, do you know that even your husband saying, I want to divorce you, could be a way of trying to tell you, I want to get your attention. Let us talk about this problem. Let us solve this problem. I want to come back home. That your husband just pronounced, I want to divorce you, does not mean like, I want to divorce you, like they're separate. No! There are a lot of underlying meaning to that word. So all I'm saying is, before you start reacting, sit down to understand what is the underlying meaning to this. What is going on? Just sit down and have a clear head. Please, in moments like this, go to God and the Lord will reveal the things that are hidden to you. But child of God, that this word has come out does not mean that your husband will divorce you. Everything depends on how you react, how you receive this news, and then your imagination concerning this, what you feel, believe, think that is going to come out of this. Because some of you have the mindset that because your husband just said, I want a divorce, that means it's over. You just feel that everything has been concluded. And probably if you have some friends that can help you to amplify the feelings, they will just say, if he said he wants to divorce you, so why are you wasting time? Why are you here struggling? Why are you here crying? Why did you move on with your life? There are other men. There are people that will value you. He doesn't value you. He's not good enough. They keep telling you this. I have personally seen women that are the one giving their husband divorce paper, but not because they want to divorce their husband. Their inner heart is that I want to get his attention. I want him to realize that I am important. I want him to know that we need to work on the marriage. Yes, child of God. There are people that does this like, I want to get your attention. Not like I want to divorce you, like divorce you right now. So when you do away with feeling that you're controlling the situation, you are handling everything is on top of the matter, everything is in your hands. When you submit these things to God, one of the things is that you will have a better clarity. The Lord is going to open your inner eyes to see what is going on. Yes. Trust the Lord and see, child of God. I am speaking from experience. Trust the Lord and see. Because through the experience of the women that I've counseled, I have come to see the power of God. How the Lord always step in when you step out and allow God to enter. And the hour has come, child of God. As I told you before, divorce paper is not the end of your marriage. And it shall never be the end of your marriage. If you believe this, I want you to proclaim it with your mouth in the comment section. Divorce paper is not the end of my marriage. And it shall never be the end of my marriage in Jesus Christ's name. And you will see the manifestation of the Lord, child of God. So step 2 that you need to start practicing now is letting go, especially now. Letting go of, oh, I want to stop the divorce. I want to stop my husband acting this way. I want to stop him thinking about divorce. Practice letting go of your husband, especially in these moments. Do not pressure him. Do not push him. Do not want to talk to him like, let me know your thoughts. Why are you saying that you want to divorce me? Why didn't you divorce me all these years? Why did you waste my time? Child of God, don't mind the way I'm laughing. This is a very, very serious matter. When you practice letting go of the current news and letting go of trying to control what he says next, the next step he does, when you practice letting go and allowing God to take over, you will see the miracle of the Lord. And the next thing is for you not to bug him. Like, don't beg him. Don't push it. Do not disturb him. If he is getting heated and need a break, please, for your own best interest, allow him to have that rest. Allow him to have that moment of solitude. Allow him to have that moment of reasoning. Allow him to have the moment where the Lord is going to use to talk to him and tell him, my son, this thing that you are thinking is not the right thought. Don't try to beg him, try to get him to talk to you, try to get him to listen to your own point. Don't try to see how you can do anything for now. The best thing you need to do is to go to God. As you are not begging and disturbing your husband, please go back to your source and lean on your source. The person that always moves forward, that God that always moves ahead to turn things around for you. Go to him. Go and cry at his altar. Go and cry at the feet of the Lord, and you will see the miracle of the Lord, child of God. Understand that it is not God's intention for your marriage to be broken. God's thought for us is always good and not evil. If you have been nursing this kind of thought that God wants you to divorce, please change it. That is not your father. Your father said that he hates divorce, and that is who God is. Even Jesus himself did not encourage divorce. Even when the scribe and the Pharisees were tempting him, asking him, but Moses said we should give divorce paper. What do you think? Jesus said, no. That anybody that is doing divorce paper is causing the wife or the husband to sin. Jesus is not encouraging divorce. So if God is not encouraging divorce, then why will his intention be for you to divorce? So what I'm saying is, go to God. He knows how to handle these things for you, because his thought for you, as I always say, is good and not evil, child of God. And when you are waiting upon the Lord, next important thing you need to do is to stay calm. Be still and know I am God. I am God. I am God. Be still and know I am God. I am God who change it not. That is what your father is telling you. Say, my daughter, be still and know that I am God. Stay calm in moments like this. Stay calm and humble yourself in the Lord. Stay calm and do not worry. Do not be anxious. Do not be double-minded, and see the miracle of the Lord, child of God. Stay calm and see the power of God. The power that always moves ahead to destroy every negativity on your path. That power is going to move and speak on your behalf. That power is going to move and destroy every divorce processes on your way. That power is going to move and stop this current storm that the enemy is placing on your path, child of God. Be still. Relax. Be unreactive. Do not, because you hear that divorce paper, your countenance, your face, your composure, everything becomes down. You squeeze your face. You want everybody to know that your husband said he wants to divorce you. Even when you go to church, you become so unhappy, so miserable, because you just hear the word divorce. Child of God, no. That is not how to. In fact, the Lord said, in moments like this, let the joy of the Lord be your strength. Even though your garden do not blossom, even though your victory bringeth no fruits, even though your vineyard bringeth no vine, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. That is what you need to do. Rejoice in the power of God. Rejoice in your Maker. For your Maker is not an author of confusion. If it pleases your Maker that this man be your husband, and you guys are brought forth children. You guys have been married for years. Child of God, that same God will change things around. And for those people that are telling you that your marriage was a mistake, even though it started a mistake, this same God is the God that changed all mistakes and make them to be real, according to him that believe. God is faithful. God is faithful. Remember that with God, there is nothing that cannot be amendable. This your marriage will be totally restored. You will be reconciled to your husband, child of God. So the most important thing now is for you to lean on God, as I said before. Trust in him. Learn the things that you need to do on your own part. And one of the things is ability to control yourself, ability to control your emotions, ability not to be reactive. Do not let your husband's actions to control your reaction. Sometimes because you just hear your husband say, I want divorce, you even be the first person to go and draft the divorce paper and come and give your husband. No, do not do these things. Trust in the Lord, and the Lord will change things and turn things around for you. Remember, if you believe in God's power, do not be the first to send divorce paper to your husband. I understand. Yes, it might not be the best person, it might not be the best husband, but remember that if you trust God, that God can change him, God will change him. And if it's God's will, then let God handle the processes for you. Do not be the first to make the decision. Do not move before the Lord. Allow God to lead all the steps. The Lord is not an author of confusion. If it pleases the Lord for this marriage to be over, then you are going to receive the message from the Lord. Remain calm, but understand that God's earnest intention is for your marriage to be healed, and that will definitely happen as long as you believe. The Lord will revive your home. The Lord will restore it completely, and you will become a living testimony. These circumstances is going to help others to testify the goodness of the Lord. Child of God, your marriage will be restored entirely. Go to God in prayer. Lean on God. Renew your faith. Renew your mind. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind concerning your marriage. Stop thinking that the worst that will happen to your marriage is divorce. Understand that God is there to stop everything that is not of him, and that everything will be changed for better for you that trust in the Lord. And that is your Father's intention, and he will do it for you in Jesus Christ's name. Remember, if you need a one-on-one counseling on how you can stop this divorce and restore your marriage completely, feel free to reach out to me, and the Lord will continue to make a name for himself in Jesus Christ's name. Remain blessed, child of God. See you in my next video.